Hi and welcome back into After Effects. This time we're going to be looking at tracking a screen and replacing what's on that screen. So I've already brought my footage down onto my timeline to create a new composition, and if we scrub through you can see we've got a moving shot of a laptop screen here, and we're going to replace what's on the screen. So to do that I'm going to come to the beginning of my footage, click on my footage, and over in the tracker window we have track motion. Over in the tracker type, if you wind this down you can see we have something called perspective corner pin. I'm going to select that and you'll see our tracker turns into something quite different to what we've seen before. We now, instead of one pin, we have 4 different tracks and they are all in the corners of where we're going to track our screen. So let's first of all set this up ready to track. We're going to take this tracking marker here and bring it over to the corner. It's very important that we put the cross as near the corner as possible, and then I'm going to expand my tracker a little bit like so. I'm going to repeat that process for each of the corners of my screen. Okay, so now that's done and we're all set up, you should see a nice box that's matching the edge of your screen. We're then going to come down here and we're going to analyze forwards. There we go, After Effects has done its thing and tracked our footage. It's very important to keep in mind when you're using this particular type of tracking that all 4 corners of the screen must be visible at all times. If someone was to walk in front of this, or if one of the corners was to go off the edge of the screen, After Effects wouldn't be able to track and you'd have to go in and manually adjust those portions of the track by hand. But if you've thought ahead of time and you knew you wanted to do a screen replacement, then hopefully you've shot your footage in a way that makes your life easier later. Okay, so now we're at this point. What we next need to do is edit the target for our screen replacement. So over here I've got a screen replacement that I want to use. I'm going to drag that down onto my footage and I'm then going to, with my screen still selected, come back over into my tracker by double clicking on the footage to open it up as a single layer. Going to come over and edit my target to be the screen replacement and click OK. Then if I apply my effect, you should see the screen now has lots and lots of corner pin and transform data added to it. We can twirl that down for now and move our screen up in the stack so it appears above. And you'll see we now have our new screen added directly over our previous screen and it should track in nicely. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my screen replacement and I'm actually going to put a new solid behind it. At the moment it looks black in here, but if we come over to our toggle transparency grid and switch that on, you can see actually it's see-through, which is why in our final composition we can still see the green behind it. So to fix that we're going to go new solid, make a black solid, OK, and bring that down underneath our logo. Then when we come back to our screen we should see, yes, that has now brought that in how we would like it to be. Next thing we can do, if we want to make this really feel like it's sat in there properly, is to make some adjustments to the keying. So with I'm going to actually bring my screen replacement layer down below my footage and I'm going to key out the green here. So come over to my effects control, bring out key light onto my footage, using the eyedropper, pick the green, and then we're just going to quickly check the screen matte to make sure that we have a good key. So it looks like we're clipping the black perfectly well, but we do need to clip the white a little bit better. There we go. Let's just go through and make sure that's good all the way. It is. We've got a little bit of fuzz here, so I am going to go in and just make a small adjustment to my clip black. There we go. Now, if I go back to my final result, there we go. The screen has now been fully replaced. And we can even scale this up ever so slightly so that we don't get any funny edges. And when I hit play, the only thing left to do is to add some motion blur to the screen replacement. So let's toggle on its motion blur switch over here. Remember, if you don't see these switches, you can hit toggle switches / modes down the bottom here, and that will reveal your other switches. And you can see by turning the motion blur on and off how we're affecting the footage. That is how you replace a screen in After Effects.